Hey everyone, we want to talk about what is known as EDM, your earnest deposit money. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to contracts and what your earnest deposit money is. Okay, so um, we get confused. I get money down. I put money down with the contract. Am I good? So I want to go through a couple things to help clear things up because this is really important. Okay, so when you do a purchase and sales agreement, your EDM, your earnest deposit money. Okay, so you write a sales contract. Let's say it's for 200,000. On the time of writing a contract, you write that. You give that realtor $2,000 to put in escrow. Okay, it's really important. We're gonna say it right here. We're gonna say escrow. Okay, that's gonna be held. Where in that contract it tells you, is it gonna be held with the realtor, a closing company, a closing attorney? Who is holding that money? You're gonna know that. That's held in escrow. Okay, that's gonna be applied towards your down payment. So maybe you get to a certain point in your contract. Sometimes a lot of contracts, they'll have a second one when you get past the inspection stage. Okay, when you've already made application for your mortgage loan, so they'll have maybe a second deposit. This is common. It's not on all contracts, so you may add another $3,000. Okay, that when you do that, generally the seller knows you're in good shape and they can start packing up their house. Okay, they feel comfortable about doing that. They're getting ready to move because they're confident you're going to close because you got more money at risk. Okay, the amount you're going to finance, maybe you're doing a conventional loan, you're putting down 20%, so that's a total of $40,000 you're putting down. That's your down payment, that $40,000. Okay, your earnest deposit money. So that means the contract, the real estate contract, is going to read balance to close $35,000 because you already got $5,000 there. Now that money is held with that realtor or that title company. Okay, so you need to bring another $35,000. Now here's the point that bothers everybody. I thought I only needed $40,000. Okay, now that's your down payment. So you have the 35 here, the 2,000, 3,000, and the 35, total of 40,000. You're going to get amount finance is 160,000. So that totals at 200,000. What everybody gets confused on is your closing cost. Okay, your closing costs on a house maybe anywhere between $4,000 to $10,000, depending on proration of taxes, homeowners insurance. If you got a house that's in a flood zone or is in a wind zone A, you know, homeowners insurance, you're going to pay that a year in advance. That might be through the roof. Okay, that house may not be homesteaded, so the taxes are higher than most houses. So if a house is homesteaded, the taxes are lower. So then you get all your title insurances and title fees and your taxable stuff, your intangible tax. So those all get added into your closing costs. So let's call it $8,000 for closing costs. Okay, and it's different every state depending on the property. The closing costs vary. A lot of it's title related. Okay, taxes, transfer fees, and you know those government fees are added in there, and then some of it. Usually, only 10 to 15% of it is lender-related fees. The majority of it is related to title insurance, okay, and taxes and insurance, those type of things. So now, how much do you need? You got your $2,000 down. You need to bring another 35 plus the 8, so you need the $43,000 that you need to bring to the closing, not balance to close. That is related to the real estate. So this is where it gets confusing for people. So talk about this to your loan originator and your realtors. Know what you need. So if you don't have that 8,000, maybe you need to back this off to 27,000, okay? And you need to adjust this to here, making your loan amount to 168,000 because you only had 40,000, okay? So we want to watch where you are and where you stand. Now, your earnest deposit money is to never go to the seller. Okay, because if you got a problem with the house and you don't want to close, it's harder to get the money from the seller. You want that earnest deposit money held in escrow. Okay, so that you have the leverage for the seller to perform underneath the contract as well. All right, so talk to your real estate attorney about that. Always good to get a real estate attorney, right? Have them review your contract. Make sure you know who's holding that money for you. It's really important. Okay. Bringing that up now, we're going to go to the other side and we're going to talk about builder contracts. Okay?
having a builder do your house. If you watch the builder contracts, you always sign that contract, you're getting that money out. These contracts are anywhere from 10 pages to 40, 50 pages, okay? Builders are running a new trick right now, and I don't like it, okay? Instead of asking for earnest deposit money to be held in escrow, what builders used to do is say, we're going to use that down payment, okay? They're going to take that $5,000, okay? And we're going to use it towards the construction of the house. If you don't get financing, don't worry about it. We'll give you your money back once we sell the house or whatever. We'll get someone else. So that's the thing. However, builders got the new trick now. The new trick on the block is the builders say, no money down, don't worry about it, we don't need that, but you know what? You want all these nice things in the house, you want all these, we're going to have you pay for these extras. Okay, you're going to pay for the extras in the house. Okay, so you're going to give that upfront money, now you're going to pay $5,000 or $8,000. Let's call it $8,000 in extras, because that's common, $8,000 to $10,000 in extras. They're getting that money to pay for extras. For any reason whatsoever, your deal falls apart, okay, you lose that $8,000 because it was paid for the extras. It wasn't earnest deposit money. It wasn't held in escrow. It wasn't used for construction. So the builders get to keep that money. You're out of that money. So you watch that contract with those builders. Get a real estate attorney. Don't mess around with this. Be careful of that. That's their new trick on the block. I hope I gave you a little advice. Hope it helps.